Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This footage that you're watching right now is from a day or two ago. I was fighting with my windshield wiper nozzles, which is, I have to explain because my windshield wiper video just came out where my wiper stopped working, and that was quite a while ago actually. Whereas this footage where I'm fighting with the washer nozzles is middle of February, and I was gonna film a whole video of me fixing this, but they were such a pain in the butt that I just had to kind of power through it. There was no footage online regarding how to do it on a Chevy Express, so I just kind of had to stumble through the dark, and I don't know, it just feels like a really poor design. I got it to work eventually, but it took a little bit of elbow grease, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling comfortable putting out a how-to video when I really didn't know how to do it, right? So, but here's that, it's time lapse, so that was my struggle. And then of course, Lucky had to have a bath. And now, it's Saturday today. I'm actually literally in the middle of filming a full-time van life, full-time job vlog, an entire month of doing that. And that'll be coming out, I don't know, middle of March. That's the plan with that. But anyway, so it's Saturday right now, and I've been telling myself I need to slow down, kind of get used to my new schedule, adjust to the job, adjust to just the new way of life, right? But I woke up today, and actually I was having a lot of emotions about this last night when I was doing some editing and putting up videos coming out this week. So this is going to be a little disjointed because I still have so much content left to come out from almost a month ago. So this video is going to be very, well, I guess topical, but also almost in real time. Hopefully I can get this out for Sunday or something. I don't really know where to start. A lot of my viewers are American. Maybe a lot of you are watching what's going on in Canada right now, and before you click away thinking, oh my gosh, this is just another video about the trucker convoy. That's not it at all. This video is about my life and what's going on with me. It's van life plus, right? I live in my van. If you're new to the channel, it's a 2007 Chevy Express 2500 extended cab that I built out over the course of last spring and summer. And I live in it full time in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I also live with 2 cats, and one of them's using the litter box right now. Great timing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's Stella. Here's the thing about everything that's happening in Ottawa. It's really starting to affect me in a way that is unique for me. I don't normally let world events get to me. I live in a van, for crying out loud, right? I kind of am a firm believer in the fact that anybody who wants to live in a van kind of wants to buck society on some level, right? Like, there are many reasons why I live in my van, but down to the very core of it, it's definitely, I wanted a little bit more control over my life, and I wasn't happy with the way I was being forced to live in a societal structure that I didn't agree with. Now, that's not really what I'm going to get into. What I really want to get into is the stuff that's happening in Ottawa. And usually with political events like that, or movements, or any, like I said, any sort of world events, I can usually remain pretty neutral because I can usually see both sides, and everything is very gray. With everything that's happened over the last few days, it's not gray to me anymore. It's very black and white. And I'm just feeling absolutely disgusted and appalled with the way the situation is being handled. I don't understand how certain things can be allowed to happen. I have zero faith in my government. Not that I ever had very much faith in it to begin with. Let's get serious. But yeah, it's just watching a lot of the footage from like ground zero, or however the front line, whatever you want to call it. Like, we live in a crazy age where communication is available to everybody. That's why it's black and white to me. Police forces moved in, people have gotten hurt. Leaders that we're supposed to look up to and trust are just atrocious. Justin Trudeau has said things, I guess it's the House of Commons. That's what I keep saying. Again, I'm not very familiar with this. It doesn't normally interest me, and politics really don't interest me anymore. Not that they ever really did, but the stuff that he said the other day to the Conservative Party, like, it's finally starting to affect me and shake me to my core, and it's a weird feeling. Maybe it's FOMO in a weird way, because I'm not there. But I've got responsibilities. I've got a daughter here. I've got a job. I have responsibilities in this life. And I know it gets weird for a lot of people that are very passionate about peaceful protests and trying to make a difference. And again, my channel isn't about this. It's about my life. But this is finally affecting my life. And I hate the way it's making me feel. I had to have a long phone conversation with my brother the other night just to sort of hash it out, talk about our feelings and what we were thinking about everything, and just trying to find a way to move forward and remain positive, because that's a big thing in my life. So I woke up this morning, and again, there's still just, you know, horrible things happening. I just hate the fact that this is going on in my country. I'm not a good speaker when it comes to stuff like this, but I figure what the best course of action for me to do today to sort of take my mind off of it, because this all comes down to how I'm feeling and what I can do. And if I'm just going, I can totally tell that if I don't get up and find motivation to do something today, I'm just gonna lay in Lucky, which is the name of my van if you're new, and I'm just gonna dwell, and I'm not gonna do anything. And that just sounds so unhealthy physically, mentally, emotionally, and that terrifies me. So I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna get up today and we are gonna actually do van life stuff to just try to put myself, in a better mindset. I'm gonna get some editing done on another video, hopefully. I am currently house and cat sitting for some neighbors of my parents, well, of mine as well, but when my parents used to live here anyway. And I do have a few projects that I wanna get done, and hopefully this will be a great way to just sort of uptick my mood, because yeah, it's pretty despondent feeling living in Canada right now, which is a very weird sentence for me to say. Never in my entire life have I ever said anything remotely like that. So I'm gonna have my coffee, which I made, and we're gonna get this show on the road. So welcome to Van Life Plus. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, join our little community, and I hope I didn't upset a bunch of people talking about that. Like I said, I'm not here to convince anybody one way or the other. I'm just telling you how it's making me feel and what I'm gonna do to try to make myself feel just a little bit better. Okay, that's pretty cool. That last shot there, I decided to do a dramatic pull in on because, for those that don't know, this right here That's my parents' old house, and that's where I built or spent most of the time building Lucky out. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the modifications. Where's the camera looking? Hello. So you may notice that I'm holding this in my hand. That's because I'm using a gimbal that was sent to me by an incredible subscriber and Patreon supporter. Thank you again, Martin. Very kind of you. Still getting used to it though. Come on, track my face. Let's see if it works. Oh, got it back. There we go. Great things from humble beginnings, hopefully, with this thing. It's pretty cool. What I want to get to today is I want to finally install my inverter. So again, thank you very much to Len for the 300 watt inverter. She's in Lucky. It's one of those ones that comes with battery connections, or you can plug it into the 12 volt outlet. What I want to do is hardwire it into Lucky because I've got the wiring left over from when I was going to install the big inverter that I had. So I want to connect this new inverter to that wiring. Just realizing this is very rattly. So I'll probably come back here and do it. It'll kind of be like a nice throwback to when I was building Lucky out. That's my plan. But first, I need to go get a soldering iron because I don't have one of those. So I'm going to pick up a butane torch that doubles as a soldering iron, and then hopefully it will come in handy at work as well. So let's go do that, and then come back here and rearrange my bed because I got to get under my bed to get at my wires and my batteries and all that stuff. Yeesh. This is kind of cool. It's fun being back in the old neighborhood and going to a store. I did this so much last spring and summer. I don't know, it was really cool. So I'm kind of glad that I agreed to look after the house for them while they're gone because it brought me back here. It's very serendipitous feeling. On the day where I'm having the feelings that I'm feeling and I'm trying to stay focused on something that it happened while this, I don't know. It was clearly planned. No, it wasn't at all, actually. But yeah, so I'm gonna run over to Auto Value. I was gonna go to Canadian Tire, but I was there the other night and I feel like they didn't have any butane / soldering torches. So I was also at Auto Value when I got those nozzles for the wiper blades that I talked about at the beginning, and they had a butane torch. So I didn't pull the trigger on it. Because at the new job, is this a spoiler for that vlog entry? No, not really. But it's like, it's a garage basically, right? And like once a week or once every 2 weeks, the tool guy comes around in his truck and he's like the Matco tool guy, which I didn't know, but I guess like there's those high-end tool brands like anything else. So there's like Matco and Snap-on and Mac. You can't just get them at any old store here in Calgary. Not that I've seen anyway. Maybe there are and I have no idea. But yeah, he comes around and we can buy tools off of his truck and on like a credit system stuff. And stuff. I'm speaking very, very quickly. And that's pretty cool. He didn't come yesterday, which was a bummer because I wanted to buy the Matco butane torch that a couple of my coworkers have off him. But that's okay. I'll be the black sheep with I think it's called a Pico. I think the brand that I'm gonna get is Pico. That's one they have at Auto Value. I don't know. Okay, that's some hairdo and get this, okay. Where were we? First of all, hair. Second of all, this. I don't know. I've never heard of this brand before. I talked to the guy in there. I guess Pico's more well known in electronics like fuses and pigtails and stuff. So he didn't have much to say about this brand. But what's happening? What is all this stuff? There's a bunch of little additions. What is that stuff? What this? Read the instructions, Matthew. I don't want to. Ooh. Ooh. So that comes out that way. If I want to use this as a torch, eh? So, don't lose your soldering tip. Pro tip. Oh, I meant to get a wire brush while I was in there. Oh well. Let's see, it has a little stand. That's cute. I mean, all I needed to do is blow fire, right? There we go. Butane. I don't know how do you know when it's full? I just got my Wimmis training, so I should be good. Don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, crack a window. Okay, so it's like the ones that work. Penny's like, what is that? Okay, well, that works. Just rub the butane on your jeans, it'll be fine. Cool, what is this? Off. Continuous. Oh, it holds, that's cool. And then I got gas up, oh, that's on high. Cool. All right, so we check, let's get back to the alley. And tear apart a bed. Why looking so sketched out, Stella? We're gonna have alternating current so Dad can do some editing in Lucky. She's like, I don't like all the moving around. And what about you? I'm guessing you want some food. Look at you. You could stand to skip a meal. See, now a beach is gonna give me crap for fat shaming my cat. I'm not fat shaming her. It's just a fact. Look at her. She's so cute and rotund. So yeah, what I will have to do now is tear that bed up and bring it all up here. I'm just gonna time lapse it because the power is underneath my bed and there's a lot of stuff that has to get moved in order for me to get access to it. I also have to give the cats a spot up here to eat. So I'll probably bring their food dish right up to in between the seats here. And then hopefully I can just sort of stack pillows on the dash and pull my foam up. I was gonna do a nice shot from outside and just have the doors open and the camera outside looking in, but it started to get pretty chilly outside. We're gonna get very cold here in Calgary over the next couple days, and it's blowing in already. Let's get to this, because in about 3 hours time, I gotta go meet my cousin who got a brand new Costco membership last weekend, and we're gonna go raid the store, probably the liquor store, cause kind of our MO. Let's go! Yeah, Penny's, let's go. Let's feed me. Hey, Penny, say hi, YouTube. Remain perfectly quiet. Good girl. All right, so this is the inverter that I'm installing. It is a Best Tech 300 watt pure sine wave inverter. Again, thank you very much, Len. I don't remember your last name, brother, but you were super kind. You sent this to me, which was awesome. And it works really good when it's plugged into just like the cigarette lighter outlet that I have up here. And I need to do something with that later. We'll probably get to that as well. So I just need to run some wire all the way up the front. I'm gonna mount it probably right behind the driver's seat. So it's like this, and I can flick it on and off. And then if I wanna like edit back here, I'll just get an extension cord that will plug into here. And if you didn't see the video, if you're fairly new around here, I did attempt this once, so I have the wires already. I have a positive and a negative running from the battery. Well, my negative runs from my shunt because I've got a battery monitor. The positive line is on a circuit breaker. Can't remember how high it is. It's pretty high because it was gonna be for like, I think 1,000 watt inverter initially. I'm not gonna bother changing it. I have nothing else to plug in except my computer. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, right here on this circuit breaker, it's off right now. This is the positive line that I installed for the old inverter. I'm just gonna have to cut this, and then we're gonna solder this line to this new line. Whoops, sorry, throwing you around right here, right? As opposed to rewiring everything. Well, I guess I could avoid that considering it's just this end. Maybe for the power line, I will do that. I'm not gonna solder the power line, maybe just the, what am I dropping everywhere now? Good grief, you can't take them anywhere. Yeah, seeing that now, I forgot that it was in a circuit breaker. So because it's only like a foot of wire, I'm not gonna solder together the positive line. I'm just gonna run the positive line straight from the circuit breaker, and then we'll probably have to solder the negative, which I believe is, oh, we won't have to do any soldering. Well, that's a good thing about that butane torch. Oh well, it'll come in handy at work. And I can use it to heat shrink these wires. So I don't actually have proper wire cutters for this kind of gauge cable. So I just use a knife and I make a cut around the wire, and then I pull off the shielding that I don't need. Don't you do this. Only I can use a knife to strip wire this thick. If you do this, you'll die. I mean, you might not die, but you might cut your finger off. I mean, there's a good chance that I'll cut my finger off. I have been known to have issues. That's a good place from, oh, you can't even see that. My foam just fell. And I've been known to have issues with knives in my fingers. If you've been around for a while, you've been privy to that. I'm adding a lug to the end of the negative cable because it's got to, like I said, connect to the shunt for my battery monitor. So got this handy dandy thing, put that in there. Awesome. Hold the wire in place. I also have a hammer, so we're using a hatchet. Van life. It's called a cold weld. Hopefully that did not work. It's called a not very good cold weld.
Try that again, Matthew.
As Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. There we go. Cold weld. Haha. We're gonna try the heat gun function, see if it works on this bad boy. And this headlamp has come in super handy at work. That actually more or less came from a subscriber who bought me a awesome present at a store here in town, but I just had more use for this. So I let them know that I exchanged it, and it's come in super handy at work. And it's coming in super handy right now. Well, only if the light's pointing down. So thank you, Priscilla. I really appreciate it. So I watched the guy I'm at work with, he just goes in hard. Flame right on the heat shrink. Do it, do it, do it now. Quality, 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 quality. Haha. Heat shrunk. Lug nut. Sorry, that light's real bright. My bad. See, it works great. Okay, so I got it all hooked up at the back. That was a ton, but it's all done back there. And I lied. The wires don't quite reach to where I want it. I can't mount it behind the driver's seat. So what I'm going to do instead is put it right here, like this, which I'm still okay with. I'll just have to pull the wires up through back there. So that's the plan right now. Okay, so it's very tight quarters in this area working. I had to use that whole bash it with a hammer way, but I got these ends of the wires all lugged and heat shrunk. So those are looking good. So now we just got to get it connected to the inverter, flip the breaker at the back, and we should be good to go. Let's find out. And I'm obviously going to screw this down to the wall, but for now, let me go switch that breaker and see if we can clean this place up. Tiny home, tiny frustrations. Take a peek. Haha, green light, great success. It's another reason I wanted it up here. I'd get it as far away from my bed as I could, because if I want to like set my computer to export footage overnight and the inverter's running, it makes a little bit of a noise, so get it as far away from the bed as possible. Although I'm getting used to noises because of the old diesel heater thing. So, cool. Lucky has AC power. Thank you again, Len. Let's get her cleaned up and move on to whatever might be next, which is probably going to be finding a spot to put my socket. This 12-volt socket. This is also a good excuse to change the sheets on Lucky. If you remember, there was these green ones on there. Time to do some laundry for sure. And this bed, huge shout out to Kathy, another one of my subscribers and incredible Patreon supporters, for sending me extra foam rolls. I was just sleeping on 4-inch foam before, which was basically like sleeping on the flat plywood, but with just a little bit more uncomfortableness to it. She sent me a couple more 4-inch foams. I think 4-inch, maybe 3-inch. Either way, I'm either sleeping on 7 or 8 inches of foam now. And it's like Becky. No, it's like Lucky has a whole new bed. It has a real bed in it. So comfortable. Thank you, Kathy. I meant to talk while I was changing the pillowcases that entire time. That was my intention. Then I got talking and so easily distracted. So I've had this 12-volt outlet for a while, and it's wired into my fuse panel that is behind the driver's seat. And it's got 3 banger, right? You could plug in 3 12-volt whatevers if you wanted to. I've never done that because I don't like that. The wire is so thin, but either way, it's just flopping around up here on top of this shelf right now. It's driving me crazy. So I think it's just gonna be simple. I'm gonna get some Velcro that I have left over here, and we're gonna mount it on the side of this cupboard, and just make sure I tuck it back a little way so that if I have something plugged into it that glows, because most things that's 12 volt that are 12 volt do glow. Super annoying. Tuck it away so I can't see that when I'm sleeping on my very comfortable bed. Yay. So yeah, it's just hello. What a weird angle. It's just this thing here, right? It's just this little 3-plug, simple, and it's just straight wired all the way up, again, behind where I ran the cables before for the inverter, and runs up to my fuse panel that's mounted right behind the driver's seat. So first things first, I gotta pull out my shower, and we're gonna feed this back through. Oh, hopefully I can do it. I might have to move my little, this is great camera work. Remove my little basket for a second. Oh, there's a new torch. It's actually working really well now that I think it's like broken in a bit. Can I do it? Yes, sir. Yes, sirree, Bob. There's the wire. It just kind of runs, behind everything. So this is what I'm thinking, right? Just something like that. And again, just a little further back so I can't see the lights when it's plugged in. Oh, but I can't have it up that high because of the basket. Let's put the I'm really taking care of my stuff apparently. I might have to live with the lights. I'm gonna have to learn to live with the lights. How far back can this basket go? Yeah, that's about it. It's not like I sleep like this, looking for lights. So it might be making a mountain out of a molehill when it comes to this whole glowing light situation. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I do. Let's see. I've also got fuel line poking out, bothering me. Garbage. Hey, this is an excuse to clean this out. Lots of empty stuff in here. Oh, and I haven't gotten to this yet either. There's definitely a lot of spoilers in this video for stuff that I get in the, well, I got it in the past, but it's going to be in future vlogs. But good or better, Kayla, thank you for the 5-leaf clover. Keep it right in my apparently second junk drawer, which means I need to find a better place to put that. Oh, these are just sticky. Oh, I wonder if this would be better. These are the sticky pads that hold my pot lights up. Boom. Oh, it's crooked. It's gonna, oh, no, oh, apparently it's not that stuck. Oh, dang. Oh, well, that's much worse. There. I might have to use Velcro. I don't know if that's gonna stay. I'll let that adhere for a little bit. There, nice and straight. Penny, what are you doing? I know it's a mess. Don't look at the floor. Let me clean it up and then we'll go check in with the kitty cats. And I'm still in the middle of cleaning, but I had to stop because I need to have something to eat. I'm still doing sort of like intermittent fasting, which I think I talk about in an upcoming vlog. This is all very surreal again. I'm just keeping my crazy timeline alive and well here on the old Van Life Plus YouTube channel. But yeah, intermittent fasting, so it's well after noon, which is really usually when I start eating in the day. So I'm just gonna take a little break and have some yogurt. Live cultures. Live cultures and hops and barley because lucky and lucky. Okay, so I almost have this place sort of back to a livable state. It's amazing every time I do work like this, how frustrated I get with like the amount of junk I still have in here. I feel like I'm always talking about this. There's always too much stuff in here. I don't need all this stuff. Minimalist, please. Although I did just start a new job, so now I've got like a tool bag floating around with all my tools in it and every other darn thing. It's all good. One of these days, I'll just purge everything and we'll start fresh, completely fresh. Doesn't that sound good? Oh, Lord. Oh, look, there's another thing from Kayla. Get her better. Go check her out on the YouTubes. You know what? This gives me a good moment to actually go through this because I've been getting a lot of gifts in my mailbox from all of you incredible people. And I can't, it's always so hard because not everybody leaves a way to contact them directly. I'm just losing my mind going through this little box. But most of my Amazon packages usually come with nice little notes, who they're from and if they've decided to like leave me a little message. So I wanted to give a shout out here because you will get shout outs again later in other vlogs, but I kind of feels like I've been doing that with a lot of stuff that I've been using today. So it's only right that everybody else sort of get their little thank yous. That was rude. That everybody else get their thank yous as well. So I got this no spill kitty cat water dish from Deb Colors. It sounds like colors, like the color of things, but it's colors. Thank you very much, Deb. Cats love it. Stella still just dips her paw in it and eats the water. Well, drinks her water, hungs her water that way. She's always done that. It's crazy. I really appreciate that, Deb. This one caught me off guard. This is from Cheryl Lynn McNeil. It was a couple books, and well, they're back there because I read when I'm in bed. But she's heard that I liked poetry, which I mentioned on a live stream. But I also said I only really like poetry by Robert Service. But interestingly enough, they're not books of poetry. One I'm reading right now that you sent me, something about the mind. I can't remember the title of it, but it's very cool about like opening up your mind and thinking in different ways. Really speaks to me and my lifestyle. So thank you very much, Cheryl. Like I said, that was a huge surprise, and I am very thankful that you sent those. Magdalene, thank you so much, Magdalene. She sent me my second one of those lights that are right back there where I can't point. There, that light right up there. Now I've got two of them, and they both come with 2 anchor points. They're just magnetic around Lucky. So I've got 3 of them up right now. So I've got one here that I use when I'm doing my live streams. I got one attached to the cupboard that I use when I do my movie reviews. And that other one over there has become a great reading light. The other one I think I'm gonna put right up here for when I'm cooking in the cooking area. Every time I go to my mailbox, and there's like a package for me, it really sort of fills me with warmth and positivity because it just means people are out there that really care, and that's awesome. Oh, Andrea, you got me my shore power plug. But again, that's coming up in a future vlog. But thank you, Andrea. But it does. It really feels me. It feels me up. Oh God, no, just hang on a second. Fills me with positivity. You heard my voice crack there. I must be nervous. And it really makes my day. And it's kind of like, it's led to a pretty cool relationship between me and the owner of the Mailbox store, which is UPS store number 31 in Willow Park Village here in Calgary, Alberta. Because he got to talking, because he didn't understand why I was getting all of these packages every day. And so that led into a very nice conversation where I explained to him about the YouTube channel and my lifestyle and living in the van. And now he like calls me when that package comes in, and we're first name basis. It's very cool. So it's interesting how just somebody asking for me to get a mailbox has led to that relationship, and then all of these incredibly supportive things that you guys send me. It's really humbling and really cool, and I appreciate it. That being said, I'm still waiting for that care package, Desiree. So Stella's still up here hanging out on the dash. Penny's underneath the bed, so we might have to wait till later to see her. Hello. Oh, how are you? You just hate it when I shove the house into a state of disarray just to work on those stupid batteries back there, eh? Don't ya? Don't ya? Good girl. You want some treats? Should we see how this goes? Because I think I still have some of yours, Stella. Let's see. A vlog entry came out a while ago where I tried to coax her out because I thought she was under the bed with these treats, and a bunch of people commented saying, she won't come when you shake treats. Come on, let's go. What's the matter? There's plenty of ways to get down. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This might actually get Penny out here too. What's the matter? You're not dust stuck. Come on. Oh yeah, there comes Penny. Hi. You want some too? Careful of the axe on the floor. My goodness, clean this place up, Matthew. Hey, you made it down. So I just like to point out, yeah, she normally does when she's not in a mood. Stellies. You want this? Oh, good girl. What about you? So the last thing you need is treats. Actually, apparently these ones are good for your dental hygiene. I don't know about that. Come on. Oh, sorry, that one went under the shoe. Good girl. Stellies. Ah, are you trying to grab me? Nice. How about you? Ooh. Now try to imagine this back when I had my 5 cats. It was quite the scene, quite the ordeal. All right, last little crumb, Stellies. There you go. And last treat for you. This is why you're tubbers. Go kitties. I just realizing that vlog hasn't come out yet. Thank you also to Michael and Priscilla. They sent me some incredible gifts as well. Some really personal stuff that was awesome. But yeah, I get into that a little bit more. Spoilers for the vlogs coming out. This timeline is all over the place. Yikes. I just noticed looking over the fence, like this used to be my old house, right? So we look over there. See how the screen door is just left open? And it's Saturday. There's nobody here working on the house. It hasn't sold yet or anything. There's a big bin in the driveway. Yeah, that would have drove my mother nuts. Close the door, man. It was weird for a while coming back here and not being able to like go in and whatnot. I come back to the area, you know what I mean? But it's still super cool that this is where that got done. It's such a cool feeling. Well, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I'm glad that today happened, that I was able to find a way to get back on track and feel positive about things again. Maybe it's just because I was falling into that old slump of just you go to work and then you turn on news. It's not news, it's usually, for me, it's YouTube videos of real people. But either way, I was in that whole slump again of going to work all day and then relaxing in my home and just turning on information and having it wash over me. Either way, getting out here today and staying focused and not being able to do up my sleeve apparently. Come on, man. Doing all of that has definitely put me in a better mood, and I feel so much better, and that's what this was all about. So if my opening caused you to leave, well, it's kind of irrelevant. You're probably not here at this point. This is a very long vlog, I know that, but it was important for me to do this specifically. This channel is about my van life, me being me, and being positive. It always has been, it always will be. So until the next one, you guys, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves, and most importantly, just be positive. And you know what? If you are still here watching this vlog and you're still feeling angry that I brought up something that upsets you one way or the other, I have the perfect bit of advice for you. Everybody just calm down.